I'd share a little bit from Dragon's Revenge. So we're at the close to the beginning, chapter 5, and Benjamin and Ken have met up with a writer from the car is the place, and they're heading there to help him out. And so we have, starting out right now, Benjamin was ready to leave Aria the next morning. While Ken and Deverell rested, he had been busy preparing for their journey. He had purchased a warm cloak, a sleeping roll, and food supplies. Everything was safely packed inside his bag. The sun was rising over the inland sea when the three men approached the dragons. Deverell mounted at once, but Ken waited for Benjamin. He helped the younger man up and showed him how to use the braided leather straps to hang on. Then Ken climbed up behind Benjamin. As they took off, Benjamin asked, "Are these straps like the ones Ryder Rusty taught you to make?" He felt the slight shock that ran through Ken. "Yes. How did you know about that?" "I was watching how you healed Ryder Deverell last night. You mentioned that his thoughts were in knots like the leather braids that you made when you were a youngling." "I see I'll have to be careful with my thoughts around you, Raya," Benjamin. "I do not mean to offend. I cannot help but hear you. It may come in useful at some point," Benjamin pointed out, a little discouraged. "Hey," Ken replied, "I was just joking. You may be right. Besides, I like that you can hear what I am thinking. I've grown up around people who communicate through their thoughts. Once, long ago, I had a twin with whom I shared everything. I felt cut off ever since his death as a baby. You have brought some life back to me. That I am glad and thankful. Maybe that is why Adonai Braden thought we should be together." Maybe. They flew in silence for most of the day. The mountains to the west slowly grew larger. At first glance, they seemed as if they could be touched, but it took until midday to reach them. Deverell had them take a break for their noon meal. Benjamin was glad to land. He had never flown this far before, and his muscles were screaming at him. They landed in a mountain glen. Trees towered above them. Ken dismounted and then helped Benjamin down. If it hadn't been for Wyland, the young man would have fallen over. As he leaned up against the dragon, getting his leg muscles back, he glanced up. Fear coursed through the desert dweller. "Will they fall?" he whispered to Ken. "What fall?" "Those." Benjamin pointed to the trees. "Those are trees," Ken reassured him. "They grow tall, although I've never seen any as tall as the canyon walls back home before. These are impressive." "Impressive?" the young man asked. "If you say so." Just then, a breeze rocked the treetops. Benjamin dove under Wyland, covering his head. "Benjamin," Ken called, "come out. What is the matter?" "They're going to fall on me." "What's wrong with him?" Deverell asked, noticing Benjamin under the dragon. "He's never seen trees before. He grew up in the desert," Ken said, chuckling. Deverell looked around. "What's wrong with the trees?" "They look like they're going to fall on me," Benjamin said as he crawled out from under Wyland, looking around to make sure all was well. "If they don't move, Raya," Ken reassured him, "then they will fall over. You want to see them move, but I'll agree, it is a bit disconcerting when you first see it." "That it is," Benjamin agreed. The idea came for that passage with Benjamin and seeing the trees swaying came from some of the winter storms I've watched around here, where at our old house, I could lay down on my bed and look out and be surrounded by trees, tall evergreens. And when the wind starts moving through them, when you see those things just swaying, and that's all you see, it is rather disconcerting, especially for someone who had never seen a tree before, just kind of those scrub bushes that you have in the desert. So I thought that was a cool spot to put in. It gives you an example of what culture shocks they're going to find. Enjoy.